Sometimes may not pull the trick off right off the bat, but you can still work through it a little bit, step by step to get... Oh, you know what, Carrie? I just thought of something. We haven't done any slide try tricks or even grind type tricks. Let's try the nose slide.
That's crazy. I was about to start working on it.
You about to start doing nose slides? Let's see one real quick just in case we don't know what a nose slide kind of looks like.
Give it a shot.
Yeah. I'll just follow you on this one. Okay. All right. First try. That's what I'm talking about. So let's just break it down. That was your backside nose slide.
Yeah.
And that is one of those tricks that you need to learn right out the back, I think, for any slides or grinds.
I would say it's definitely a
basic trick. It's so easy to kind of snag it up in there. But there's a few things we probably want to talk about so that people have a better chance of getting it off, just like you did first try. And with that, what would be something that you want to add or say when you're thinking about going up for a nose slide? What are you focused on? Are you focused on trying to turn your hips? Are you trying to focus on slapping up against this nose slide part? What's some things we could talk about the nose slide that got you that nose slide so easily?
Well, I've been working at them for a little while now, so I kind of get them a little bit, but they're still not great. I don't hold them very long, but what I can tell you about them, I can get you started on them at least.
Great.
So what I'm doing is I'm riding in at an angle.
Okay.
Kind of have my feet placed very much like an ollie.
Okay.
As far as like where to set your kind of weight beforehand, because you kind of do like plant your weight on your foot a little bit, because it's going to help you drag that board into position.
Okay.
And approaching it from the angle is what's going to do that, because
okay.
Once you get into the ollie, your wheel kind of like hits the ledge a little bit and kind of straightens you out.
Okay.
So you want to control it. You're going to feel like a little tug a little bit when you get into it, but you want to be on top of that leg. So this is to my understanding. Corey could definitely probably drop some better insight on it than me.
You know how it is. Always different points of view, always different ways to go about it. But whatever works for you might work for somebody else. That's important. That's why we love to hear different ways about going about this. So with that, you're saying that you're transferring your weight from your back tail ollie into your nose slide. So you're obviously putting a lot of weight into the ledge itself, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm just trying to put it on top of it.
Okay. Now,
I feel like I wasn't going very fast for that, and that's kind of
well, quick question, because again, we all have different points of views on how we go about this, and I think all tips are great. But just in question, do you find yourself locking into crookeds on accident more often than just nose slides? Do you think that's because you're approaching it at an angle?
I've only just started reapproaching it at an angle, because I was kind of approaching it very like parallel to it.
Gotcha.
Just like jumping, doing a slight rotation.
And you probably did find yourself in a lot of board slides on accident, right? Or was it a lot of locking in when you were parallel?
I wouldn't say a lot, but it happened.
Fair enough.
It happened.
Fair enough.
But that would be whenever I'm trying to get closer to the ledge there.
Gotcha, yeah.
Because I'll jump from like, I don't know.
Well, how about this? Show us one real parallel how you used to do it, and let's see what it looks like differently. Okay, yeah. I mean, you were kind of a distance from it to try to dial that in. Have you ever tried closer to the ledge a little more?
And that's why, I would like start, trying to do it, and then I'm like, in the beginning, I was approaching it at an angle, and I see the pros doing it. Like, they all do it from an angle, so I'm like, well, there's got to be something to that.
Okay.
And there is. So, because it's, you just ollie at the deal. And again, like you want to, like, when you're practicing them, it's probably a good idea to just start doing, stalls.
Yeah. Yeah.
It even might help to just like set the board in position.
Yeah. So
that you can get what it feels like to be on top
of it.
Yeah,
because you feel the difference from your weight distribution. And again, kind of like our last episode of the Nose Nanny and the manual, we were talking about how there's a moment where you sometimes may not pull the trick off right off the bat, but you can still work through it a little bit, step by step, to get each moment experience felt out, so you feel more confident when it all comes together.
Yeah.
So even if you have to start off by just practicing getting off the ledge from a nose slide so you feel confident to get off, then you start working about getting into the nose stall and the nose slide, then you start working at doing it in full motion. That could be a way to break it down and keep you more positive and a little bit more experienced as you go. Okay. Now, of course, all pops. All pops are going to help. There is a way to go about this. You know, if you really wanted to slap me into it, there are ways to go about that. And that's typically what I see a lot of people do when they're beginning their nose slides. They go at a very, very deep angle at it, like as if they're trying to run right into the ledge, and then they slap their nose on there and they put their weight into it.
And somehow it works.
And somehow it works. But sometimes the inertia tells you you're not going to go sliding, you're going to go flying off the ledge. Okay. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
I don't know if that was a 1 foot slide or not. I'll have to look back at the cam, but I'm pretty sure you just did like a 1 foot dangle thing.
Ultimately, you want all that weight on that front foot anyway. The back foot is kind of just there to stabilize.
Yeah, to make sure the board doesn't go flying up further up your body or something like that.
And that's why people are able to do like flips and stuff off, because that front's it's not really doing all that much back there. So you can like dangle it. And,
just a little flick off here. Now, God bless you if you can do it, because I've tried many tail slides and kickflips out, and that's just not. You need a lot of energy, a lot of confidence in yourself. Yes, that's what it is.
What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to extend the length of my slide.
Yeah.
Because I do the real quick, you know, panic and jump out.
Yeah, a little kiss the rail here, kiss the rail there.
Yeah, and I just don't know how to break that habit, other than I know I have to be on top of it.
Yeah, and I think overall, again, if you work on some of the things where you're confident that you know that the lock's going to happen, you just go faster and you hold longer. That's really what the key to the long slides are.
Yeah.
But you're in control of that all the time. I'm going to follow you in the front, though, this time and see if we can get a nice little nose slide rolling in. Oh, yeah, it's hot out here, by the way. Heat going. One more. I know you got this one right here.
Keep missing.
And I think that's the like he said, the goal is to try to get yourself confident with the lock first, and then you're able to just push off and work on your extension out. But overall, it's all about that lock first off. Otherwise, the nose slide just isn't going to be there. The weight's got to be added to the ledge. Otherwise, you just don't lock in. Okay, that's a good lock. Got to stay.
Leaning back.
You're leaning back on that. Yep, exactly what we all saw there. And that's the confidence. You got to be able to put yourself into the danger. You can't leave it ahead of you. You can't leave it behind. You want to put it back, and you want to put yourself onto that ledge and literally hold that position. Kind of like in the last video when we were doing the manuals. You want to hold that position until you're ready to release that energy off the nose and back to position to roll.
This is why I'm a flip guy.
Yep, and this is where the challenges come. There'll be many episodes where you're going to see me cry because I don't do nollie flips. Okay, there we go. That was it. That's what I'm saying. All experience.
So what I can say about where I'm putting my weight when I'm on there is I'm trying to kind of like plant it right in there.
Yeah.
Because I'm like kind of locked in right there.
Yeah. And that fulcrum point, you're going to see that. Like when you put your nose against the ledge right here, you'll see that. You'll see the actual way he's leaning into it. It kind of leans to the left here.
Go to the end of that and they can see it like from front on.
Sure, yeah.
Because there's no way I'm going to make it that far.
Until today. Of course, until today.
Right, yeah.
One lost GoPro. It's all right, it's all right. Come on through. I got you.
It's always spooky when you slip like that.
Well, obviously the ledge is really well waxed up, and that's good.
It's very spooky when you slip like that.
I mean, it's better than getting stuck on something for some weird reason. Yeah, that's some. Yeah, that's some good. I'm gonna make sure to slow-mo that moment.
Okay.
That looked good.
The slide felt good. I was on there.
Yeah.
Much longer than normal.
And again,
I still was leaning back, but that was me trying to get back off of the ledge.
Yeah, and hold that slipperiness that's happening.
I'm not comfortable like just balancing on that foot like that.
Yeah, and again, forever learning is about practicing to get more comfortable. I mean, if you're not going to be comfortable off the first day, that's just not going to happen.
No, absolutely not. Unless you're a prodigy.
Yeah, unless you're a prodigy. Yeah, shove it out. What are we talking about?
Yeah, I do those on accident. But I've done some really clean ones on accident.
Difference between accident and you trying to get it in your repertoire is by just doing it.
And me admitting that I'm not doing that intentionally.
Today, instead of saying, hey, I'm turning out with my nose, and every time I do a nose slide, I'm gonna try to turn out with a shove it. That's the difference between accidental and experimental. To now we're practicing that. We're practicing that, you know. And I said this before in another episode. You discover things trying one thing. Hey, I didn't know I could do this. Then you start practicing that. Next thing you know, it's part of your toolbox. All right. Now, again, you're saying that you're coming straight at an angle. You're trying to give a little bit of a push into the ledge. Nice. Now, we know that the pressure from your front foot is part of this nose slide, but how much of your core strength are you using to keep this balance?
Probably not as much as I should be.
Ah, yes. Yes, it's very important to have that core strength.
Again, I'm just a flip guy, so like that's what I spend my time doing, and that's what my body is comfortable with, you know?
Yeah, I notice that a lot of your pops have a lot of strength in it, but when you're holding something, that's where you lose that control, because it's not like a pressure thing. It's really about holding something in a position and holding that strength together.
Yeah, and it's not like I don't have the capabilities.
Yeah, and guys,
I don't have the experience doing
every ranger out there, I just want to explain to you, we're in a heat dome right now. We're literally at like 98 degrees out here, and it's muggy. But we're doing this for us. This is where we learn at. You know, even try to get to 180 out. You know, do that switch out instead. You know,
that hold when you saw me like adjust right there. That was me engaging. Yeah,
you're engaging your core strength.
Like, no, we're staying.
And that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you got to tell the board who's the boss. You're demanding this trick to happen. You're not just hoping it happens. Eventually you demand the trick to happen. Here's what you're doing for me, board. And when the board resists or the ledge gets sticky and tries to resist, you push through that anyways because you're confident with your position and your stance. Couple more, I know you got this. Nice long slides. Oh. You can see even with his shoe touching how hot it is. This is like ice out here. This is super slippery, waxy, a danger.
Just accepting, even if it's just a teammate.
Remember,
I'm cool with that.
The way we look about it again is that you just competed with yourself yesterday who couldn't do one, and now you're doing them today. Tomorrow, you're going to battle with yourself who could do them okay-ish to being a better nose slider tomorrow. Or even a better nose slider. Oh my God. Some tricks you just got to let them go.
Oh my gosh.
Stick with some tricks you just got to say, hey, that just didn't work out today. Time to bail. But that happens. We all fall. Again,
I couldn't. I failed to bail.
Hey, if you didn't fall, you wouldn't be heading towards pro. That's the point.
Couldn't bail.
We've talked about
how to bail.
We should make an episode about bailing.
We should, man.
We'll keep that.
Fall on your wrists.
Yeah, we'll keep that in mind for sure. So with that, we have the backside nose slide. Now, have you ever tried a frontside nose slide?
Yeah.
And what do you think about those ones? Are they a little more easier?
Much harder.
A little much. Okay.
I find them much more difficult.
Much harder, yes.
Maybe not on this ledge because this is smaller than what I'm used to.
Yeah.
By like maybe like an inch.
Yeah, the one we got at the home park, the Ranger Skate Academy, it's a pretty high ledge. I think Steve Williams would be proud of us at our park for having a ledge that high. But nonetheless, yeah, definitely easier to jump on something a little more with nose slides, especially when it's like waist high than when it's like, you know, ankle high.
Yeah. So all I can really tell you about this trick is that you got to attack this trick.
Yeah, you really got to throw yourself into this and believe in yourself.
There is no holding back with this trick. You really got to commit to it.
Yeah, I mean, even the fail at this sometimes can be crazy. Hey! I'll be honest with you, the slide was oppressive.
I almost took it, man.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. This is a very difficult trick. This is one of the ones where you commit to your whole backside. Like missing this backside trick on a real ledge would suck, because you fall backwards on your back almost every time. All right, so overall, I mean, the game is obviously, frontside nose slides are pretty difficult sometimes. You really got to commit to them, otherwise you're just not getting that benefit from them.
Yeah.
The turn into them. Now I notice sometimes when people do frontside nose slides, their feet are not actually on the tail. It looks like a lot of times they have them like in a weird position to hold that. Have you found yourself doing that very often, or do you find your back foot being on the tail itself?
I find my back foot doing whatever it wants. That's what I find with that trick.
That's a secret lost right there, y'all.
I've only done this trick a couple of times, and like even those lands were not great. So I don't practice this trick very often.
Gotcha.
But I'm gonna be, because it's a cool trick. It's a cool trick.
Okay.
So I'm gonna practice some.
Let's give a couple of demonstrations on that front nose slide, and just walk through what you felt went wrong or what went right with any of the nose slides you do.
So like what I'm thinking for my feet position is I'm thinking something like this, which allows my foot to kind of like move into place as I get, you know, in. That's my idea anyway.
All right.
And then in the back foot, it's just, I don't know, watch.
We're catching it right here on tape right now.
Yeah, you tell me what I'm doing.
As live as it gets. Okay.
But yeah, like, you really have to attack this trick. And it's, nothing more can be said about it other than that. Like, committed ollie, get in once you're locked in, kind of like look behind you, and then pull off.
Okay. And I noticed that your back foot kind of caught the back corner there, so maybe that's how you can easily push out of it. Let's see if that's what we catch when you go ahead and do this nose slide. Okay. Your front foot and your nose is definitely getting on there. You got to incorporate that back foot, and I think that's where the control is going to definitely come off. Here we go, finally. All right. And I think that's the hardest part about it, is that this is like a backside 180, which is again one of those tricks where you turn differently than when you do a backside one or a frontside 180. It's going to give you less of that snap action. You kind of like slowly roll into this trick when you really want to snap into it as fast as possible, you know. So it's really hard to get that full rotation 90 and still land nose slide as confidently as you do when you do a backside nose slide. It's really tough. And even when you get locked in there, you really got to hold on to that slide. It's so irky. Like, I want to get the sensation to do a front nose slide on something that's like a kiss the rail type of thing. I'm not here to lock it in forever. You know,
I'll take what I can get off of this trick.
Yeah, it's one of those things like you really just got to hope and pray that this is locked in right. Otherwise, you're going
I feel like
straight to your back.
Whenever I do this trick. Okay, so that's front board. That's not this episode.
Not this episode yet. Coming up soon. And I mean, and that's one of those things just the same way. You might actually lock into a backside crook, so you got to be prepared where you're actually dialing this into when you do so.
Yeah.
Because I mean, slides are slides, grinds go fast.
I'd be totally cool to land front crook.
Let's see if I see something different from the front end here.
Put on a mask real quick. So
Yeah, exactly. Hey, that's getting closer.
I'm working it out in my head. Like, I do know what I got to do, and it's just really making those micro adjustments little by little. Like, you know, what worked last time, what didn't work last time. Like, okay, let's throw out what didn't work and try to lock in that what did.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my goodness.
And again, it's a bearing hot day today. I'm not going to keep trying to overstress it, but we are definitely putting our skills to the set here in the sun. get another one of those guys rolling real quick, and then we can try to switch off if you like. I'll give it a couple goes. That front foot knows, the front foot knows what it's doing.
Forward, but I think the front foot is now doing what it's supposed to do.
You just got to get the rest of your body weight on top of that. You're behind the board sliding, so it's like sliding faster than you are.
Because that's what I'm visualizing. I'm visualizing the lift and then the in.
Yeah, how you can
just kind of
karate kick into that.
Up, just being like, all right, body, please do this, and sometimes it works.
Again, we get to the point where eventually we demand it. We don't even question it. I think that's what's starting to happen right now. You're starting to get that confidence snap into it, how it looks. Now you just got to get the rest of your body to kind of communicate to itself, here's what we feel comfortable doing, and then just write it out.
We need all the notes to harmonize.
Exactly. We're making a musical right here. A sympathy. Yeah, so yeah, we got one. We got one. It's a start. You gotta be honest with yourself. That's a start. And of course, not the one we want 100%. We're not throwing in the ender part.
Oh, it hurt.
But it's one accomplished, and that's the point. The session's getting better because we're getting it accomplished, and that's the most important part. And again, we're competing with ourselves from yesterday. We weren't doing these yesterday. We're doing them today. In the future, we're going to do them better. And it's got to be a bit of to use your hips more than your actual top half trying to get onto that, you know. So it's one of those tricks, again, like I said, you got to have that moment where you're confident, twisting that hip in the air while you're above it and locking into that nose slide.
That was too close.
Yeah, that was like the approach to a frontside crook.
It was pretty scary, actually.
It was pretty scary. Now, I feel like this thing's pretty waxed up, pretty good. Now, would you say when you're nose sliding, your balance, of course, is on top of the ledge, but when you're frontside nose sliding, it feels like a lot of your balance already is behind the deck. Is there something you should be trying to prepare yourself to do to try to stay above the board like you do for your backside nose slides?
Well, what I was trying to do is I was just kind of trying to make sure that once I lock in, that I'm watching where I'm going.
Now, notice how your foot is right now. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
a lot of people get their
back here.
Yeah, their foot will get in that pocket right there. That kind of gives you that ability to push back this direction when you're trying to turn back out from the frontside nose slide. But like I said, a lot of professionals I see sometimes, their foot will actually be on the inside of the deck, as if you're trying to do a scoop for like a 360 flip or something like that.
Yeah, I think
so we'll be here.
I think they do. I think they do scoop out.
Yeah.
Because we're on like this, so I think they do just.
Yeah. And it's just so weird how certain people get them and how other people lock into them. A lot of the famous photos I see a lot of people's feet hanging on the inside of the deck, which always boggled my mind how they even return it.
And let me get like two more.
Two more. All right. And look, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to be any better at this. Backside nose slides, I'm pretty confident I got those. The frontside nose slides are absolutely just as atrocious as my nose manings. You might have seen an episode or so before.
Oh my God, it's just coming off.
It's all right. You get these up and down moments. One moment you feel like you got it mastered, next moment you're having a struggle again. You're just going to kind of harmonize that. You want to be able to bounce back. Another thing I like to do sometimes in a real session is if you're having a hard time with one trick, go off, do a couple tricks you know how to do, get back in the positive attitude, and land it. Okay, that one looks super clean, had that back or that front foot back on it. So that's as much everything in that nose slide needs to be redone again, but pull away, because that was absolutely beautiful as a frontside nose slide.
Yeah, I'm just really trying to get this roll back pop thing working, because it's the key. It's what I've been missing.
It's that
once I master that,
it's that up scoop. That's what I'm trying to tell everybody. That up scoop is different than when you just try to project it forward. It really heightens the idea of the scoop, puts it into that confident control.
Yeah. Once I master that, it's going to be a different story.
A way different story. Let's get one more of these beautiful frontside nose. That's cool. One more guy. I know you got this one. Trying to get
too much of an angle, or?
I mean, I try to stay parallel as best I can, just so I can control one variable. But again, we've already talked about it once before. Some things help certain people, some help a different way. It's all about your preference, your style, your body, your approach, everything like this. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and switch
That
up.
was some progress, at least, you know.
You got one on the video. So, I mean, again, if you've never done it before, they got it on tape, and we got that at least covered. You can't be upset about the session. And you're going to struggle every once in a while from here to there. You just got to be focused on why you're doing certain things. What did you learn from yourself? What did work and what didn't work? For me personally, whenever I approach things, let's just start off with my basic ideas. Whenever you're attacking ledges or doing grinds and slides, I go to a sidewalk that has no wax on it, which is a typical size sidewalk, and I practice all my maneuvers. Let's step up here real quick and I'll show you what I'm kind of talking about. Let's imagine this is my home. It's just a normal day ledge, a sidewalk, and it's, you know, nothing's waxing on it, nothing's gonna be in danger. I'm just gonna sit here and practice non-stop, pending my accuracy of whatever trick I'm trying to go for with the ledge. I personally do care about being parallel. Now, if you come over here real quick, you'll see the gap difference, okay? Even for the nose slide, this is about the distance I want from the ledge, because I'm not trying to go over the ledge, I'm trying to jump up and land on my nose. So I'm not going to approach at an angle, because in my theory, if I approach at an angle, my inertia tells me to go this direction when my inertia wants to go this way. That's what I want. So I want to be parallel with that inertia, so as soon as I jump onto something, all my confidence in the only variable there is does this slide or not, and me turning out at the end. So again, I'm here at this ledge, it's a sidewalk. I'm just gonna practice jumping up, turning over to that thing. Check it over here real quick. Watch this front end area, angle of it. You'll see what I'm doing. I'm just gonna try to lift up with my ollie and pin my nose to that thing. With that ability, all I'm doing is landing already locked on that weight. My weight is there. So I'm sliding now. Once I slide, I want to push my leg this direction while dragging my back foot to slide it out this way. So it goes in and it goes out. Trying to keep that small distance makes it so that everything I approach, whether it be a rail, a ledge, I'm always going from this confident point here to here, or here to, you know, 50-50 or backside 50-50. And I'm not overdoing it, because I'm not trying to shift myself over. I'm trying to jump up and pin whatever it is to the spot. Now, put it in motion. So we'll go back down the ledge. Follow me with this one. That one I was a little behind, but I was able to control it because I'm parallel with it. My inertia wasn't telling me to go this way, it continually had me go this way. Now honestly, a lot of the idea again is about pinning all your grind tricks or slide tricks by getting this specific like pinpoint accuracy. After that, you're just sliding. You're staying in one position like a manual and sliding on down. The higher the ledge, for a nose slide at least, a little bit better. You got a lot more control to practice pinning your board where it is. One of the tricks I do every once in a while, just to show that kind of example, is when I do a nose slide one-footed, and I usually do a little finger flip out. But the idea is knowing that this is the distance you need to go. So this is a little higher of a ledge than the sidewalk, so it makes it a little bit easier. But the idea again is you're here. That confidence knows you can jump this distance from here to there. All you're doing is when you jump, you're landing on top of it instead. So you can sit there and practice this kind of. until you get that kind of confidence. That's how it feels. You feel confident to go, I'm up on there. That's it. Just for fun, I'll show you how it looks when you do that. Should be here. Learned that one a long time ago on a skate video. Pretty good stuff. I think Mark Johnson actually did that, if I'm correct, in one of his old school videos. I think an Uno video. Trans World. Rest in peace. Much love, Mark Johnson. But nonetheless, no slide. Basically, backside is the one you want to learn right off the back. Super fun, super easy. That's the way I would go about it if I was learning it today. First trick I was ever going to learn. Practice on the sidewalk. Step it up to moving on that area or something that size, and keep stepping it up to bigger and bigger as you go. But of course, the real tackle today is the frontside nose slide.
Yeah, I was about to say, you got them front noses. You got them front noses. If I can do what I did, you can do significantly better.
Yeah, let's try it. Let's go ahead and do that. We're gonna try some front noses, but again, I feel like my problem with front noses is again, the commitment. If I know the ledge is waxed enough, I feel confident enough to jump into the nose slide and slide a little bit. But again, it's one of those ones where if your back foot isn't in the right place, you just don't get off the ledge right. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And if the ledge isn't waxed enough, what happens is you go confidently into this nose slide, or you're this, but then you stop. And here you are on the ground, guaranteed, because your backside is completely exposed.
Making snow angels with no snow.
You, it's bad. So, to avoid that, I do lean a little bit behind my board just to make sure if something should go wrong, at least the board does this instead. It goes away from me. So that's a little bit of a, as you practice these and feel confident, commit more to when you land, the board is like behind you, going away from you like this, more than you trying to land right on top like the nose slide, because once it sticks here, you're behind the board. And all the kind of disastrous stuff happens.
All right, demo time.
Let's get it.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Gotta clean that one up. But that's the idea. And again, it took me a while to watch a couple Thrasher photos, a couple Thrasher videos that I seen a lot of pros when they locked in. They weren't here like this. Their foots are like in here. And I don't know why, but it helps hold against the slide. So this doesn't get out of control. But how to get out of that sometimes is just, it's bizarro. I just try to get in and turn back out the same way I turned in. You weren't kidding, this thing's sliding.
Yeah, it's pretty slick. Pretty slick.
It's amazing what some wax in 98 degrees can do for you.
Yeah. That band sucks. Yeah.
I kind of like that one.
Yeah.
My foot didn't touch too much. Felt like a confident slide. Hopefully got a good enough angle at it. We can like slow that down for you and really see what the technique is. We'll do a couple more for sure, but that one really felt good. And I think the main goal was to try to give myself just a little more distance than I would for a backside slide, because I don't have that quick snap to it. I have to kind of like glide into it. So a funny thing is that in my mind, if this crack was where I wanted to land, I would be not trying to jump here. I'm trying to jump outwards to land in the nose. Oh yeah. So again, it's like I'm not trying to jump anyways to here. You see how my back got thrown. Instead, I'm trying to leap out away to where I'm here. Now I gather myself on top of it and I can turn out. Let's see if I can get one more. Whoop. That happens sometimes, you miss it. Dial it down. Safety first, yo. It's slippery.
Yeah.
It's slippery. It's dangerous for both the skater and the cameraman.
Right in my face. Yeah. Yeah.
Did the greatest roll away.
Whatever.
But there's a nose slide there, and that's the main point.
They got to see how it looked
How
from
it
that
looks
perspective,
from that perspective,
you know, and
exactly.
that's pretty important, so that they can visualize what their body should be, you know, looking like while they're on the ledge.
So overall, if I was to break it down, with the backside, because your 180s are a little snappier, you just lift up, and put that, your body weight goes straight onto it. With the front side, I'm trying to aim outwards a little more to get that, to meet that land, so that I have time to reset myself back up. So I'm here and that allows me to kind of reach out a little longer, touch the stuff, get my weight back onto it, and turn out whichever way feels comfortable for me. And again, you can practice this just the same way as the backside nose slide. Try it out on the sidewalk first, get confident in locking in those nose stalls, and then put it to motion. Once you get them pretty good at small things, take it up to the next level.
Yep.
And just think about your weight distribution in steps. All your weight's gonna go to your nose first. All your weight's gonna kind of go to your back as you turn your nose away from the ledge. And that's what's gonna recenter you back to a rolling away, either fakie or your regular stance. I mean, practice always makes perfect. You're gonna miss a few in here and there. But my honest belief is parallel's best. And then the difference too is you can be that kind of person that kind of like comes up with something and just kind of gets on it and then tries to level out, but you're gonna find a lot more crashing going on with that way. My rule's always been above the rail, never fail. And I believe if it rhymes, it's a good rule. So stoop to its level, you're in trouble. So what I mean by that is, if you're gonna ollie onto something that's this low and something should go wrong, there's no control here. If you ollie above it and you see something going wrong, you instantly have time to bail out, get away, deal with what's happening. But the best way about it, get a real good lock on again, for anything, is to get up on it and slap it down. And you get that from that sidewalk practice. You're learning to jump above it, lock it into where you want, and come back off of it without overdoing how much inertia is happening because you're aiming at the ledge itself. So again, I would just practice whatever you're doing first, just to make sure it's there. You know, again, if you want to start here, finish off the last part of it, get used to that, and then combine it. And now you're good, feeling good about it, do it in motion. Run up to it, get it done. And eventually you get used to it, the balance, the core strength, and the technique, and you're grinding even longer and longer. Now, of course, when it comes to switch and nollie, you're just doing a different stance. It's not like a new secret has to be learned.
It's a little more awkward, but yeah, it's gonna be all the same techniques, just kind of reversed a little bit.
Kind of reason why we say if you're starting off brand new, try it all different directions. Try it every way you can, because you already feel uncomfortable either way you're going.
Yep.
And you're only gonna do it better if you happen to learn them all at one time.
Yep, it's all about getting the experience, getting, you know, ride around on your board, switch in regular, nollie, fakie, you know, just to feel what it feels like. And just always try your tricks in those stances. Some of them you'll surprise yourself. And
you got a little bit of a key to unlock a lot of new things. With that sidewalk practice, you don't have to just stop at nose slides. Try your crookeds, try your 5-0s, try your 50-50 stalls, try your bunt stalls. Whatever stall you want to try them on the sidewalk first, and then put them to motion, and we continue to work on that as we grow.
And try liking and subscribing.
Best part you can do, not only for the page, but for yourself, because when you subscribe, you get the notification coming up when the next episode comes up. You have the ability to see all things. If there's something that's privately shared with our rangers only, you have access to that immediately. And if you like it, and let YouTube know it's a valuable video, and they'll continue to spread it to more people who need this information.
Yep, and if there's something that you're learning or you got questions about, do not hesitate to let us know in the comments. We got you.
Right.
We are
already
all here learning together.
We're right here at a school. It's an academy.
Ranger Skate Academy, baby.
So when you're here, we're here to do two things: skate and to learn. And we're forever doing so. So in the comments below, let us know what we're going to talk about next time in Forever Learning. Carrie, is there anything else you want to add to the slides, or anything you might have noticed that was that came up during this session?
Oh man, just again, like it's gonna be about those micro adjustments and whatnot. You just figure out what didn't work. Don't do that again.
Right.
Recognize what worked, and then do that again.
Yep.
And then even sometimes what worked isn't gonna work every time.
No.
But you know that the technique does work. You're just learning how to get comfortable physically doing the things. You understand it in your mind, and then bringing it into reality. That's the coolest thing, man.
Yeah.
You go, I had this thought, and I went out and I did it.
Yeah.
It took me a couple times. It might have took me a couple of days. Like, there was a trick at the main skate park that took me a month in order for me to even land it, and I still didn't land it cleanly.
Right.
But that's coming.
I think that's a point where we should always leave off on, is that you got to start taking these sessions in. With us, it's only 30 minutes or so, but with you, it's forever time. So do not tell yourself because you watch this video, you're going to learn it tomorrow. It's going to take some time. Give yourself a good grace period of time. Tell yourself in 2 weeks, I should be close enough to learning this trick well enough that I should be going into the next stage of mastering it. And then from a month from now, I should be getting better at it to take it down stuff that's bigger and better. Every time I try to take it somewhere, I'm getting more confident landing it, and I'm willing to try it on new things, even though I'm not used to it. I think that's pretty much a great video right there for the no slide video.
I liked it.
I think so. And like I said, hit a subscribe, hit a like, hit a notification, hit a
Tell your
share,
friends.
tell everyone about us, because we're going to keep coming with these lovely sessions, and the more people who join, the more better they're going to get.
Especially the grocery store cashier who has no idea what you're talking about. Always tell them.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Now, have a blessed day, and we'll see you next time, my friends. Be safe out there, Rangers.
Peace.
Peace.